If you want a man to be deeply in love with you, he must be a little bit fearful of losing you. In this video, I'm going to explain why that fear is so critical to love, and I'm going to tell you the 5 steps that you can make to ensure he values, appreciates, and loves you more than ever. Don't go anywhere because we're starting right now. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Antonio Borrello, and I'm a psychologist and a relationship coach. This channel is all about helping you build great relationships so you can grow happy with the people you love. So if you're interested in making your love life the best part of your life, start now by clicking the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you aren't missing anything. Okay, on to our topic, why a man needs to fear losing you. Some of you will probably object to the following statement, and that is, if your man never experiences any fear or worry of losing you, he will never fall deeply in love with you. Let me say that a different way. If your man never worries that you would leave him or that he could lose you, he will never value, appreciate, and love you the way he should. Not convinced? Well, let me give you some examples that I know that you can relate to, and then I'll explain the theory that supports it. So imagine yourself in this situation. You've just met a man that you're liking. You find him handsome and charming and funny. The two of you start flirting and getting to know one another, and you find yourself more and more attracted to him. And of course, you start to imagine what it would be like to go out with him. And little by little, you find yourself thinking about him more and more until you have this excitement inside. You know, the butterflies. And when you go on your first date, you have an amazing time together and the feeling just intensifies. Okay, are you with me? You know the feeling I'm talking about, right? It's the beginning stages of a relationship. Well, when you're in that stage with a man, all of your interactions with him and his interactions with you are primarily motivated by 2 equally powerful drives. The first and most obvious drive is the attraction you feel towards him. It's the excitement you feel, the desire to be near him and spend time with him. You're driven by the amazing way you feel when you're together. He makes you feel alive, excited, and turned on. That's your attraction towards him. And as you know, attraction is a super powerful motivator. So you love the way you feel when you are with him, and you want more and more of that feeling. That attraction for him is your first driver of interaction. Now, the second driver of your interactions is the uncertainty you feel regarding his feelings for you. I mean, obviously, you know how you feel, but in the beginning, you're not always sure that he feels the same way about you. So in these beginning stages, you're trying to win his affection too. And you're probably on your best behavior. You're thoughtful and responsive and attentive and nice. You're trying to express your attraction towards him while trying to impress and win his affection and attraction back. You want him to want you. You want to know that your feelings are being reciprocated. And working to win his affection and attraction is then the second driver of your interactions. Now, what do men do when they are attracted to a woman and they want to date her? Well, he also wants you to like him back, so he's going to try to woo you. He's going to try to win you over. So he will take you on real and traditional dates. He opens car doors and pulls up your chair. He's very gentlemanlike. What else does he do? Well, he keeps in constant communication with you. He texts you. He calls you. He makes plans with you. He listens to you. He opens up to you. He goes out of his way to show you how he's feeling. He does thoughtful things for you. Again, he wants you to want him, so he's pulling out all the stops. And when a man is doing all of these things, he is investing in you. He's investing in a future with you. And he's doing it for 2 reasons. 1, he's attracted to you. And 2, he wants you to want him back. So he's investing his time, his energy, and his thoughts into you and the relationship. And as I've talked about before, the more we invest in something, the more effort we put into someone or something, the more we appreciate and like them as a result. So the result of him trying so hard and investing in you and the relationship is his growing love and appreciation for you because of those investments. Now, with these ideas in mind, what happens when a man has no fear of a woman ever leaving him? What happens when he knows that you're head over heels and obsessed with him? What happens when he knows that you absolutely need him and are terrified of losing him? Well, then half of his motivation, half of his drive, and half of his attraction is gone, and he no longer has to try so hard. He no longer has to work on securing your love and attention, and he doesn't have to worry that you'll leave if he doesn't treat you well. If he has no fear of ever losing you, he knows that he doesn't have to be on top of his game and that you'll still be there. So the result? He takes you for granted, he underappreciates you, and he no longer works as hard at making the relationship great. And that's when you need to gently remind him of your value in his life and that your love for him is not unconditional. He needs to know that your relationship and your loyalty also depends on how he treats you, just as it did in the beginning. He needs to be a little bit worried about losing you. So if you're in a relationship and feeling taken for granted or underappreciated and you want to remind him of your value and importance in his life, here are the 5 tips that will make him worry about losing you and turn things around for your relationship. Number 1, let go of your anger and stop talking about feeling unappreciated. Okay, this one is difficult to do, but absolutely essential. Let me explain. When you feel like he's taking you for granted or that he doesn't appreciate you, it's natural to feel hurt and even angry about it. And it makes sense that you would want to talk about it. And sometimes that's enough to temporarily turn things around. However, if things don't change, continuing to bring up your complaints might actually make things worse. And despite all of the conversations, nothing changes. Things just get more difficult between you two. It's like he sees you as the one who is always complaining and nagging him. So you must not bring this topic up again, at least not yet. I know it's not easy to do, but if you continue to bring it up, you could sabotage your chances of turning things around. So despite how you're feeling, you must not let him know that you are upset or sad or worried. Instead, after you do these steps, he's going to be the one missing you and appreciating you, and he will bring it up. So give yourself a break from worrying about this. Say maybe a month or 2. Trust me, if you do these things, he's going to notice and he's going to bring it up. Number 2, resurrect your social life outside of his life. Go out with your friends and have fun again, away from your man. Do something for you. Take up a new hobby or do something that you enjoy. This forces him to recognize your independence and that you're not just sitting by the phone waiting for his calls. Remember, one of the most important things that men find attractive in women is independence. He's got to know how full and complete your life is. And if he becomes part of it, it's because you want him to be part of it, not because you need him to be part of it. So make sure that you're keeping up with the life you had prior to meeting him. Be yourself and make yourself a priority. Make and keep plans with your girlfriends and keep your schedule busy. This goes a long way towards helping him to see you as a high-value woman and a person with an exciting life. And when you do that, he's going to want to be part of that. And when he isn't, he's going to notice that too. So when he calls last minute to make plans, oops, I'm sorry, I have plans. This will make him prioritize and plan his time with you. He will also begin to recognize that he does not get the privilege of calling you and asking you to go out when he feels the whim. He has to earn back that high priority status. So make other plans and he will start to remember how you used to be available for him when he prioritized a relationship. Number 3, glamorize your looks and prioritize your fitness. When in a relationship, it's common for people to get so comfortable that they let their appearance fade. If this resonates with you, it's time to start glamorizing the way you look when you're with him and when you're not with him. So dress well, make sure your hair and your skin is glowing. If you've gained a few pounds and don't have the same hourglass figure that you had when you met him, getting back into shape is something that he will certainly notice and appreciate. So join a gym or start following a particular workout program and make it a priority. Look your best. He's going to notice when other men are paying more attention to you, and that's going to remind him that other men find you attractive. Now, if you're a person who is always looking your best, consider making a change in the way you look. Perhaps you can change your hair length or color, or change your style of clothing, or change your makeup. Just make sure it's enough of a change that he will notice, and it's a change that makes you look sexier and more glamorous. The psychology behind these changes are twofold. First, he's going to be wondering why you've made this significant change in the way you look. He's going to be questioning why it's so important for you to look better, why you want to look different. And he's going to question if it's because you want to be attractive to other men. And again, this is going to provoke just a little bit of fear that someone else could take his place. The second thing that happens when you change the way you look or the way you dress, he's going to be wondering if you're also changing your feelings and if your feelings for him are changing. Number 4, have the talk when the time is right. This is super important. If you've done all of these first steps correctly, your boyfriend will definitely recognize a change and will probably become concerned and might even object to these changes. And that's a good thing. You want him to recognize and remember that he has an amazing woman. If he doesn't notice the changes, that's when you should be concerned. So again, you aren't the one who's going to bring up this topic, but when he notices your changes, he's either going to step up his game and become more loving and more like he used to be, or he's going to bring up what he's noticed and want to have a conversation about it. And that's perfect. And when he does, be clear and honest about what you want and your expectations for the relationship. This is when you are going to give him examples of when you felt taken for granted. This is when you're going to explain the differences in the way that he's been behaving. So be clear and tell him what you need. Number 5, be willing to walk away. You must be willing to walk away from someone and something if it isn't working. He needs to feel that you aren't willing to settle, that you aren't going to tolerate behaviors or actions of his that you don't agree with. So in order for him to really appreciate you, he needs to experience this fear of loss, essentially the fear of losing you. This fear will be even greater if you are your best self, because then this type of fear is in fact rooted in love. But he will only experience this if he knows that you are willing and able to walk away from something that isn't right for you. So keep your head up. Forget about what you fear and remember what you deserve. If he's not appreciating you, if he doesn't value you, if he isn't treating you with respect and love, you must be willing to put your self-respect above your feelings and walk away. Remember, new relationships should be exciting and passionate and easy. When you really like someone, you want them to know how valuable and important the relationship is. And you want to know that your feelings are reciprocated. So you treat them with as much affection and consideration as you can. And that is exactly how you should be treated in return. Don't settle for anything less. And these tips will work for you. Believe me, they're all based on focusing on you, prioritizing you, looking amazing, feeling amazing, and reminding him that he is with an amazing woman and he must work to ensure he keeps you interested in him. Now, I should also say that if you're dealing with a man who is playing mind games or manipulating you, these tips will probably not work that well. So click here to watch a video about signs that he's playing and using you, or click here to watch the video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. And please hit that subscribe button to get more videos that will help you build a great relationship so you can grow happy together. I'll see you in the next video.